Hello, welcome to WQLN PBS Homeroom. I'm Miss Debbie and I'm so glad to be back with you today. We are going to go on a new science space adventure. I love learning about new things and I love teaching new things because it helps my brain to grow strong. And I know that you're here watching so your brain grows stronger too. Are you ready to go on a space adventure with me? Yeah? Let's hop aboard and blast off on our new adventure together. Today we're going to talk about our solar system. Now our solar system is made up of a lot of things. Today we're going to talk about the sun, our planets, the stars, and even the moon. Behind me I have I have my solar system started, but it's kind of blah, it's kind of bare. All I have are some stars up there and some asteroids or rocks that are going back and forth through the earth. Now this was fun to make. If you want to make one at home for you, all you have to do is get a spray bottle with an adult, fill it with some white paint and add some water to it. And then I just sprayed, and I made my neat solar system background. So I'm going to read a little story for you. And we're going to read a little bit and then I'm going to stop. And I'm going to have you help me to decorate my background so it looks more like a solar system. Are you ready? Okay, let's be space explorers together. Here we go, friends. Our story today is called There's No Place Like Space. And it has, I bet, one of your favorite characters, the Cat in the Hat. Yes. Well, the Cat in the Hat takes thing one and thing two, and he goes and explores the solar system. This story was written by Tish Rabe. Let's see what the Cat in the Hat gets into. The first thing he actually gets into is his rocket ship. I'm the Cat in the Hat, and we're off to have fun. We'll visit the planets, the stars, and the sun. Jump in. Here we go. We will fly up so high. We can dance on the moon and play games in the sky. We will swing past the stars. And in case you have missed them, you'll soon see the 8 planets in our solar system. So on this page, it shows how big the sun is, and we have 8 planets that go around the sun. Mercury is the closest to the sun's burning light. It's hot in the daytime and freezing at night. On Venus, the weather is always the same. It's hot, dry, and windy with no chance of rain. Here's Venus. Can you guess the next planet? Well, here's a clue. It is my home and your home too. You've been living on it each day since your birth. It is the third from the sun. It is our planet Earth. Did you know you live on planet Earth? We do. It spins all the time, round and round like a top. It turns once every day and it will never stop. This question had thing 1 and thing 2 in a tizzy. If the earth is always spinning, why aren't we dizzy? Well, we don't feel the earth as it spins on its way because we're spinning right with it right now, every day. So we're spinning right along with the earth. We don't even know it. I'm sure maybe you've seen one of these before. This is a globe. And this is our whole earth. Earth is made up of water and land. And the earth is constantly spinning, but we don't even know it. Along with our spinning like this, the earth is also spinning around the sun every day. So we're going to learn a little bit more about Earth by doing a little craft together. Earth is made up of, I'd said, water and land on the surfaces. And I thought we could do a sun catcher craft about the Earth. So what I have is a big piece of wax paper, and I have a grater, or you could use a crayon sharpener. And then I got some crayons. I have blue for the water, green for the land, and some of the earth is covered with snow all the time, up at the North Pole and the South Pole. So what I did was, the earth is covered mostly with water. So I took my blue crayon and I grated a whole bunch of blue onto my paper. So I have my grater, and I'm going to go ahead and I grated some green crayon, and I'm really going to put a lot of blue on here because the earth is made up of way more water than it is land. So I'm going to put a lot of blue. I'm going to cover this up, and you could use a towel or a pillowcase, put on top of it. And then you can use an iron. I have a heat press, but you can also use an iron. And we are going to press down, and we're going to get that melted. So the neat thing about this is you can keep checking on it. You would lift up your towel. Oh, it's looking good. I'm going to keep mine going a little bit longer. If you have an iron, you would have an adult definitely help you with this. Don't do this without an adult. Your adult would put it on the highest setting of the iron to make it really hot, and you want to keep it dry. Once it's all melted, take this off. Take my towel off. Oh my goodness, oh how neat. All the colors are blending together, and when it cools down, check that out. When it cools down a little bit, I'm going to cut it out and we can add it to our solar system wall. So we know that our globe, our Earth, is in a sphere, a circular shape. So when I cut this out, I would just cut out a big circle. And the pieces will stay together. So this is where you could hang it in your window and bring in some beautiful lights. Or, like me, let's go put it on our space wall. So I'm going to add my earth right here. Whoops, to decorate our space wall. I wanted to make sure that I had that white at the top and the white at the bottom. So that's a great addition to our wall. Let's read a little bit more and find out some more about our solar system, space explorers. Are you ready? Okay. The book's now going to finish talking about the different planets. We've already learned about 3, and if you remember, Miss Debbie said that we have 8, so we need to learn about number 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. We have 5 more planets to learn about. We just finished with Earth. It says next, here is Mars. It's the color of rust. We sneeze here because it's covered with dust. Some people call Mars the red planet because it's red and dusty. Travel to Jupiter and you will find it is bigger than all the planets combined. Jupiter is the biggest planet. And the book shows them cutting the top of it off, and that you could fit all the other 7 planets inside Jupiter. That's big. Saturn has rings, and it's so light. Who wouldn't think that it could float in an ocean and not even sink? Saturn's a pretty big planet too, but it can float. It's a very light planet. That would be neat. A planet can have satellites that surround it. Uranus has lots of these objects around it. There are colors in space. I will show some to you. Neptune, planet 8, is beautiful blue. So those are our 8 planets. If you're making a space wall at home, you could add the other planets too by using lots of different colors. Okay, the next thing that they would like us to do is take a look at the stars. We've all seen stars, haven't we? Yes, you look up in the night sky and they shine so bright. Those are stars. Well, astronomers are people who study those stars. And astronomers have linked some stars together into different, what they would call shapes, and they've given them different names. Yeah. This one is all connected together. This star is called Orion. Yeah. These stars are linked together, and this group of stars is called the Great Bear. This is the constellation, that group of stars together, and it's called the Great Bear. This one up here is called the Bull. Looks here. Connected to these and connected way back here. Some of the stars are considered your stars that you were born under, the month that you were born. You have a star group for that. Those are constellations. This one is Leo the Lion. All these groups of stars connected together, and some look brighter and some look bigger and some look smaller. It depends how close or far away that they are to the planet Earth. Well, a star in the sky may look like a dot, but it's really a big glowing ball, and it's hot. And there's one star by far that's our favorite one. We cannot live without it. It's called the sun. Space explorers, did you know that the sun is actually a star? Isn't that neat information? The sun is really far away from Earth, but it is the closest star to Earth. And because of that, it gives us our light in the daytime, and it gives us heat. Yeah, it keeps us warm. From Earth, it looks big, and there's one reason why. It's the closest to Earth of the stars in the sky. But be careful, never look right at the sun. Your eyes would get hurt, and that would not be fun. Well, this little guy down here has a question. He wants to know, how big is the sun? Well, you could actually fit 1,000,000 Earths all inside the sun. Isn't that crazy? 1,000,000 Earths. Think of how big the sun is. We definitely need that sun. And it sure is very close to us, considering it's a star. The sun is actually made up of a whole bunch of different gases, and it's swirling around. It's really hot, and that's what gives us our heat. So I have a little experiment for us, kind of to show you what those swirling gases might look like. Now, right now, I just have a bottle with water in it. Pretty simple, just water. Well, I'm going to add some food coloring to it to make it look hot like the sun. Now, does anybody know what 2 colors you would add to get an orangey color? If you have food coloring, you could add red and yellow, and that would make that orange color. Well, Miss Debbie happened to have orange on hand, so I'm going to put some orange in here, and watch as it mixes with the water. You'll be able to see it going through. You see that? It's mixing with the water, and pretty soon, when I put my cap on it, you're not going to tell where the water is and where the food coloring, because the water and the food coloring are the same density. You might be able to think of it as kind of like the same weight. They're able to mix together and they form this new liquid in here, which is water and my food coloring. You can't say, oh, I see water, no, I see food coloring. It's all blended together. Well, these gases that are spinning around in the sun aren't all blended together all like that. I'm going to show you a little bit of an experiment. This is just oil, like cooking oil, and this is my colored water. Watch as I pour this in. The oil is a different density than the water. Look at it all going around. I love that. That reminds me of that hot boiling gases in the sun. They're going around, swirling in the sun, making it hot. Well, if you look closely, you can see where the oil is. It's right on the top. And here's the water. The oil is actually lighter than the water and it stays up at the top. It's less dense than the water. But I think about that swirling sun, the gases that are swirling in the sun, and it reminds me of that. How they go around. But our oil and water are going to separate. Now the sun has all these different gases and they just continue to go around and around, and they burn very hot. And that's what gives us the heat for our planet, Earth. So let's add a sun to our solar system wall behind us. I have some colors that remind me of the sun. I have yellow, orange, and red. So I think I will start with the yellow. And I'm just going to swirl the sun shape. What shape is that sun? A circle. Yeah. Yep, it's a circle shape. So I'm just going to put some yellow paint on in the shape of a circle to start off our sun. And now to add some more of those swirling gases into it, I'm adding this color. Orange, yes. Different gases around the sun. Boy, that looks hot, doesn't it? This one's okay to look at. This sun is A-okay to look at. It's not going to hurt your eyes. And then I'm going to mix some red with it. Really hot. Really, really hot. Now when we look at all those gases burning together, the sun looks kind of an orangish, reddish color. It depends what time of day or night you're looking at it. I probably could add some more yellow to make it look a lot like the sun. Put it on my wax paper here. And I think this will help it really look like that bright sun that I love to see. Do you like nice sunny days? Yeah, me too. Me too. Even if it's snowy out, I like to be in the snow, but I like to see that sun out. All right, kiddos, so there's our sun added next to our Earth. Now, if we're on this side of the Earth, if this is us right here, we'll put a little dot. Right now, we'll be getting the light and the heat from the sun. Remember, we're spinning and we're spinning around the sun. So when we're on the other side, way over here, when we're over here, it will be nighttime for us. We'll be away from that sun. It usually gets a little colder and definitely darker. So we have some nice additions. That looks great. I can't wait to add a couple more things. The next thing that the book wants to introduce us to is the moon. Earth has one moon that orbits around it. Are you ready to take a trip to the moon with me? Yeah. Well, I made my little rocket ship just out of paper. I put it on a little straw here, and I have a little song for you. Are you ready? I'll sing it first, and you can sing it with me. It goes, zoom, zoom, zoom. We're going to the moon. Zoom, zoom, zoom. We're going to the moon. If you want to take a trip, climb aboard my rocket ship. Zoom, zoom, zoom. We're going to the moon. Zoom, zoom, zoom. We're going to the moon. And then we'll count down. Do you think you can sing with me? Let's try. Ready? Zoom, zoom, zoom. We're going to the moon. Zoom, zoom, zoom. We're going to the moon. If you want to take a trip, climb aboard my rocket ship. Zoom, zoom, zoom. We're going to the moon. Zoom, zoom, zoom. We're going to the moon. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Blast off! Thank you for getting on my rocket ship. Let's see what's happening at the moon. Look at the time, we must go very soon, but first we must take a quick look at the moon. The moon does not shine in the sky in the night, but like a big mirror, it reflects the sun's light. So the sun's light actually reflects off of the moon and makes it look bright. So Miss Debbie has a piece of sticker that I thought kind of looked like the moon. I found some of this paper, this contact paper, and I thought it kind of looks like the moon. It looks light like the moon, but it has those dark parts in it. And those dark parts are very important parts of the moon. I'm going to put our moon right here. Those dark parts in the moon are actually craters. Crazy word, say it with me. Craters. Yeah, basically they're like a big bump in the moon. Okay, what happens is we have some space rocks, meteors, things floating around in space. Now when they're floating in space, Earth's atmosphere, the air around the Earth, the area around the Earth, burns up these rocks before they're able to hit the Earth. And by the time they get to the Earth, usually they're not that big of a deal. But the moon doesn't have that atmosphere around it. So when these space rocks hit it, it makes a giant crater or like a hole, a dip in the moon. So I have a quick little experiment for us to show you what that might be like. All of these experiments and different activities your adult will be able to find on WQLN.org, Learning at Home. So I'm just going to tell you what it has in it, and then you can look it up later for the measurements for things. So Miss Debbie put in flour, and I put in a little bit of cocoa, baking cocoa, because even though the moon looks pretty bright and white, I know that there's dark spots to it. It's dirty up there, it's dusty. So I thought maybe I would add some cocoa to kind of make it look a little more darker like the moon. And then I used this oil again. I poured some oil in so that flour would kind of stick together a little bit. We're going to make a little moon surface. And do you know what song's going through my head? Maybe it's going through yours too. While I'm mixing it up, let's sing it. Zoom, 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 we're going to the moon. Zoom, 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 we're going to the moon. If you want to take a trip, climb aboard my rocket ship. Zoom, 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 I'm going to the moon. Yeah. And while we do that, I am finishing up stirring my moon surface, the surface of my moon. So it's not really flat. It is a bumpy, rocky surface. So that's kind of what this is looking like. I know it's kind of hard to see, but that's kind of what the moon's surface is looking like. So I went out and got some of those rocks, here they are, and I dropped them in like big space meteors, dropping right in on the moon. There's not that atmosphere that burns it up. And when I look at them, I'll take them back out now, I can see these craters or these holes or dips that weren't there before. It's probably a little bit hard to see, but there's one hole here, and one hole here. Or a dip, a crater from all the space rocks floating around. So a neat little activity about the moon. Let's finish our journey. We had also talked about some stars, and I have a really fun star activity for you. It's really neat. I love playing with it myself. What I did was I got a regular plastic baggie and opened it up, and I dumped some stars in it. These are foil stars. And then I took some gel. Now you could use hair gel, or I used baby oil gel. And I put it in, shook it into my bag, and I only put about this much gel, this much on the bottom. And then I closed it, sealed it up, and taped it really well. I taped it to a black background so you could see those stars, but you want to tape it really well. I put tape over the whole thing because those stars will poke through, and then you'll have a big gel mess everywhere. But now you have a little bit of a pretend nighttime sky with all those stars in it. If you remember a couple weeks ago, if you saw I was with you, we talked about sky writing with our fingers, and we also made trays with sand or salt in them, and we drew some numbers in the sand. Well, you can write your letters in here, or you can write your numbers in here, and it's a really neat feeling, and those stars move around. Another fun activity you could do with this is, I'm going to go back to the book page where they showed us those constellations, the different stars together making different shapes, and you could actually try to make one of those constellations. Move some stars around and see if you could make Orion, or see if you could make the bull just by looking at them. So really fun space activity to add to your space program. Have your adults at home help you with this one. You can practice letters in it, you can practice numbers in it, you can practice some space things, or you can just play with it. It feels so neat. All right, friends, we are just about done. I want to finish our book to you. It says, the universe is a mysterious place. We are only just learning what happens in space. So I brought you a present to look in the sky. Just put this telescope up to your eye. So the telescope are like big glasses that help you look up at the moon and the stars, all those space things. Oh dear, I must go fly back up to the stars and take things 1 and 2 out to dinner on Mars. There's lots to discover, and it might be you who looks up in the sky and finds something that's new for your eyes to spy. Do you think you might want to look up at the stars one day and study the stars? Do you remember what that was called? An astronomer. Yep, an astronomer. And maybe you don't want to become an astronomer, but maybe you just enjoy looking at the stars and studying the different planets. It sure is fun to do. All right, kiddos, thank you for joining me on this space-tacular adventure. I want you to remember to keep reading, keep learning, and keep watching WQLN PBS, where learning is brought to life. And until our next adventure, bye-bye.